So anyway, George Norrie believes in that. I think one of the hosts does. So I do listen to crackpots. I just want to put any effort in chasing down your frigging conspiracy theories by lunatic jackbags that have their own agenda. Because really, when it comes to the heart of the matter, these people feel that there's some sort of conspiracy. That all the scientists got to the world and got together and whisper, said, let's come up with this plan and we'll call it man-induced global warming. And that way we can control the world. Remember Pinky and the Brain? What are we going to do tonight, Brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Plan to take over the world. It's a great cartoon. The voice of the Brain was sounded like Orson Welles. Sounded like Orson Welles. So anyway, yeah, they all got together in one big conference room and came up with this plan. And they've been able to keep it a secret all this time. No, it's because these people don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe in it because their gut tells them it's not true. And this could apply to a lot of things, you know. The so-called Rothschilds or the so-called the Jew conspiracy, you know. It's stuff there's certain people that want to believe because they don't think here. And you know, I'm guilty of that when it comes to religion and belief. That you know what? It's interesting. When I said earlier FOMA, there's also FOMA spelled F-O-M-A, which is a word that Kurt Vonnegut coined, which means it means a lie, but it's a lie that's a good lie. It makes people rest easier, like saying, you know, you'll get better soon. You know, things will work out. You know, religion to some, to non-believers. See, I'm kind of in that sort of like, I'm open to the possibilities. I don't know. I've just felt and witnessed things in my life that are just something's going on here. You know, I don't know what it is, but there's a new book out on quantum theory, and this is almost the magical thing, and it's very hard. One of the was it Bohr, Neil Bohr, I think was his name, that said if quantum physics doesn't make your head go all schwing, he had some German word, but basically all, then you're not understanding it. And one of the things is this notion, and look, I cannot explain quantum theory or quantum physics. It's beyond me. I can watch a program on Nova. That's another good source. PBS is Nova. Don't take everything on the History Channel and Discovery Channel with a grain of salt. Okay, excuse me, but Nova has really, really good credentials, and there's a man on there that explains. There's several physicists on there that explain quantum theory, and almost make it understandable. But it's like magic. And the one thing that I gleaned from reading this article this morning, this new book about Albert Einstein and Niels Bohr, is that one of the most basic things that is explained when you start entering quantum physics is the idea that an electron, okay? An electron is a charged particle. It's like the lightest part of an atom. The electron circles the nucleus. That's just the basic. I mean, we're talking back during the 40s when they were talking about splitting the atom. This is long before quarks and all these other subatomic particles. The electron. That when you're observing an electron, they don't mean you can see it, but you can do experiments to show, you know, say, well, by this and this and this, we can deduce the electron is here. Quantum physics, when we get to the subatomic world, below, smaller than an atom, is the electron can exist in two places, here and here, at once. And just that first little step is almost unimaginable how you can wrap your mind around that. So I still think there's mysteries. And what some of us, look, be the first to say, religion is filled with liars and institutions and take advantage of people, and there's so many hypocrites that call themselves Christians or Muslims, and they're just evil. You know, I'll be the first to say that. Why did I start talking about religion? Oh, I was talking about thinking with your gut or your heart rather than your head. And so granted, we can't always think with our head. But not when it comes to science. Not when you're going to argue about stuff that's going to affect the planet. Not about important stuff. All right? that it? Yeah, I'm open to suggestions for topics on Fez Night. Hey, you can always suggest. I don't have to do it. Oh, all the wonderful things we talk about. Quantum physics, once again, global warming. Hey, don't try to change my mind unless you've got real stuff. You can just write there going, it's a scam, you know, but you can't base it on anything, you know. It's like the preponderance of evidence in the scientific community, the majority of them. You know, I don't need to do my research to find scientists that agree with man-changed global warming, because there's so many of them. There's so many of them that fit my narrow criteria, my filter, to get rid of all the nonsense. And don't go talking about Al Gore. You know, that doesn't fit my definition. He's not a real scientist as far as that goes. I think the reason why he got that Nobel Prize is because there's so many scientists that felt that there was a need to get the message out, and Al Gore did the best job. I'm not a big Al Gore fan, you know. I can see there's hypocrisy and stuff. And if you want to negate him as a source, fine. Cross him off the list. I'm okay with that. One of the things is don't quote politicians. The first thing this guy sent me was from some U.S. Senate website. You're so not paying attention. That's the thing. And you claim you're an intelligent person, but you cannot follow simple instructions. Incapable of simple logic. All right, everybody. Hey, this was going to be a really long Fez Night to make up for last week. Okay, everybody. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. E equals MC Fezzed. Cheers.